fire. In time, it will fade, and only dark will remain. And nothing anyone in this world can do will stop that. Those were the words of Hawkeye Golf, or Go as some will call him. He said that only dark will remain in the end. But what happens when someone challenges that dark? When someone becomes a Darkslayer. That's what the purpose of this build is. Alright, enough with the silly little talk. Hello, this is Paladin Ty, and this is another segment of my little add-ons I call Let's Build. This is my Darkslayer build. The purpose of this build is literally, if you're into the whole roleplay thing, you can have this build. He is a fallen knight of Lord Gwyn, who actually decided that, like, instead of going to burn in a bunny fire, he decided, I'm gonna stay behind and see what happens to this world. And so he did. And he didn't like it. He didn't like it one bit. Look what happened to his brothers. Every time he sees his brothers, all he could think of, that would have been me. And sometimes he might think, why wasn't it me? But let's get on with the build itself. The build is a rather standard build. Not much to it. It's not complicated like my Faith Mage. But, come on, face it. He looks badass. Ah! You bitch. How dare you! I will stab you in your left testicle. Be gone! But yes, now the pros and cons of this build. I'm pretty sure that's what you all came here for. I don't think I'm going to put any PvP with this build because, honestly, look at it. It has no magic. It only has a few Pyromancer spells that are pretty much useless. Other than Power Within, that gives you a really big boost in your physical damage that you can output. But if you want to really know about that kind of stuff, you can go look at Epic Name Bro's channel. He does very good with these things. So that's Epic Name Bro, EMB, no ENB, I say EM. But yeah, on to the really simple stuff that this build has. As you can see, he wears all the Black Knight armor other than the helmet. That's why I said he's a fallen Lord Gwyn Knight, a fallen Black Knight. He took off his helmet. He was like, fuck it. He stayed behind. But here's the pros and cons. The con is, if you're not a fan of medium rolling like this is definitely not a build for you. This build would break you or make you. That's all I can say. It will break or make you. You'll either do so terrible with it, you're sick of it, or you'll do so good with it, you just want to always play this build. I've had a little bit of both. His primary weapon is a dark sword. I know what y'all thinking, like, what? A fucking dark sword? Are you insane? Probably the dark sword is actually a decent weapon, other than his short range. It is buffable, and it can do a decent amount of damage with Leo's ring with his rolling R1 attack. So just throwing it out there for those of you who use a Leo's ring and you want to try and get into something new. Rolling attack with Leo ring, it will do the most I think I had with this was around like a 900. Yeah, like 957-ish. It gives you a really big boost in your overall attack, a Leo ring. It increases all the counter attacks of thrusting weapons. But yes, back to the real stuff. Basically, the purpose of the build is I wanted to like kinda make a new look at first, and this is what I came out with. So tell me, what do you think? White hair, I don't know if you can really see that. Try and get to a better angle. White hair with the dark sword. His whole armor is, you know, awesome looking. But back to pros and cons. A pro would be, even though he's wearing such heavy armor, he can still medium roll. And I know I said that was a con, but it's also a pro. You can medium roll, which is better than fat boy rolling. But if you can always switch it up, you can put more on endurance and all that. Those are the stats, if you can see it. I'm sorry for the awful quality. Now I just smack myself. Yeah, I'm pumped. I'm pumped. Anyway, I kind of wanted to make this build a tank. And those of you who don't know what a tank is it's a phrase in MMORPGs that it will either be a class or a type of character that can take a bunch of hits. Of course, on Dark Souls, you're never going to be able to take more than like 6 hits. It's impossible, unless it's a katana or a repair. Anything else will just destroy you. I'm talking about the ultra great swords, the hammers, almost anything will kill you really fast. But yeah, he's meant to be more of a tank. He's meant to be able to take 1 or 2 extra hits. Now I was like getting hit with someone who's using a crystal katana, and you know how much damage that can do. And it took him at least 8 hits to kill me. Without blocking, of course. Like, I wasn't blocking, he was just hitting me. And since he has the wolf ring on, he has a decent amount of poise, so he will not stagger easily. It'll take 2, maybe 3 hits from a ultra great sword to actually make you finally stagger. But yeah, he's a pretty decent character to get out of a hit. And that's another reason why I call him a tank. He's fast, he can take hits, his armor's good. You can change the weapon up if you want. You don't gotta keep the dark sword. But I would say you keep in the range of a Black Knight's weapon or a Gravelord sword, because look at that. It should look awesome with this thing. But yes. Other things I like to use with it are the Golem Axe. I'm gonna fat boy roll because you can see I'm walking. It's Golem Axe. Dragon King's axe, I can use it as he is a strength build. I would say Smo's hammer. There are tons of weapons that can go with this thing. Well, Smo's hammer doesn't match, but I just like how it looks, honestly. And we may get some PvP in here. I'm planning on just making this in one video. I'm pretty lazy right now. I don't feel like editing the video. So yes, and I'm being invaded. Or rather, I was invaded. I'm not gonna bow because I don't give a fuck. Because I don't know you. I don't like you. Get out of my life forever. Just stay out of my life. I'm gonna kill you. Have a nice day. And yes, I can do well. What is it? Because I didn't bow. It wasn't like I just summoned this person and then did something horribly bad to them. Yes, even I can get a little cocky sometimes, because you saw I just destroyed that person. And you saw that scythe, the best dexterity weapon in the game, did not do that much damage to me. It only took away like a little portion of my health. So, yes. This build is incredibly durable, I'll say that. It's durable and it's flexible. To get the most out of it, to the point where you don't need your Havel's ring to medium roll, 40 endurance. So that's level 40 right there. Of course, you're gonna want 40 vitality. So that's 80 right there. You can take away if you're really not into strength, you're more into dexterity or magic. You can put some on dexterity. You can put it on magic, your faith. Me personally, I'm into more strength-like weapons. So yeah. But more pros and cons. A really big con that'll probably piss people off with this build. It's just its overall feel, the look, how the armor is. Like, you'll see a lot of people wearing Black Knight armor, so you won't really feel like that cool. But I just love how it looks without the helmet on. Doesn't that just look awesome from the back? It looks like you got elf ears or something. That's just me. Oh, that's a very, oh my lord, I've seen like 8 people who look like that. Sorry. I'm getting off topic. But yes, I gave you a little background history on the character and a little lore to go with it. So, that should be about it. I gave you pros and cons of it. I am not that good at doing these yet. They're all going to be simple builds until I really learn more about the game. But yes, here is Paladin Ty with his Darkslayer build, which I love. I love how this build is. It's just pleasing on the eye. Yeah, this Paladin Ty saying nose donkey to you, and to have yourself a very nice day and a wonderful spring break if it isn't already started. See ya.